Hi, this is Greg McCoach, editor of the Mining Speculator. I'm here with Eric Jensen, who's the manager of exploration for EMX Royalty. We are here at the Metals Investor Forum in November in Vancouver, Canada. And so Eric and I, this is the first time we're getting to chat.
Yeah, great. Yeah, nice to meet you, Greg.
Nice to meet you. Yeah, I mean, I've been a big follower of EMX over the years.
Good.
And Dave Cole, Scott Close, I know these guys are almost like personal friends.
Oh, yeah. Well, I hope that's the case. That should be the case for all our shareholders.
Right, and we've made money along the way, and
Good.
It's been a long-term recommendation in the newsletter. So I was just excited to see that you had this recent cash payment success, $65 million?
Yep, $65 million this year. Yeah.
I mean, and the stock barely, it went up a tick.
Yeah, not as much as we think would be appropriate, but that's the nature of the market.
Well, it's 2018. We were just talking. It's been a slog this year for the general mining companies in this space.
That's right.
Other than the big new discoveries that have happened, but you as an exploration guy, you know what's going on. Let's talk about that because I think it's so critical to what's about to change in our market. We're starting to see the money is coming in to some of the exploration stories. The good teams are getting dollars.
I would agree with that, and that's actually one of the leading indicators that we've been seeing. And I've been telling people for the last 6 months, and our company is sort of on the is down in the trenches, and we're on the front. The leading edge of this. And what we see right now is in the last 6 to 8 months, there has been a significant uptick in the interest in new exploration projects. A lot of this is coming from the mid-tier and major companies, but almost across the board. We have more commercial activity in our group than we have seen in years taking place right now.
And that's because these mid-tier and majors are all desperate to replenish their reserves. I mean, they've been ignored. The market's been ignored. No money's been going in the ground for 5 years, right?
Absolutely, and that's one of the things. That's one of the fundamental backbones of our company is that we do this early stage exploration. We bring new projects to the market. And for the past 5 years, there's been such a lack of support for exploration. And all these companies were looking at acquisitions and mergers, and they started ignoring exploration, say it wasn't profitable. Now the mid-tiers and majors have this sort of deer in the headlights look, saying, "We're the projects. The pipeline's empty. Now what do we do?"
Right.
So but now companies are starting to refocus. They're starting to pay attention to the earlier stage projects, which is great for us because we continue to explore during the downturn.
Right.
And we've got a very nice portfolio that's grown. And
tremendous portfolio. I love the portfolio that the company has. So
we're well positioned.
I'm thinking too, we mentioned with the majors and these mid-tiers, they're caught deer in the headlights, exactly my sentiment. But that could mean if things don't improve quickly for them, there could be some merger and acquisition activity in a survival situation for them.
That writing's on the wall.
That writing is on the wall, I think. So So overall, Eric, you're seeing that these money's coming in. I think EMX will continue to be a beneficiary because you guys have such a great exploration team to make the kind of discoveries the market wants. The market's screaming at us. We want big, high-grade discoveries in good jurisdictions that won't pull the rug out from under us, right?
This is how our company was built for this particular market scenario.
Yeah.
And so, I think the appreciation in our share price, partly reflective of the Malm East transaction, but just overall, the company's in really good health. And I think just the volume of commercial activity we're seeing is a testimony to that.
Yeah,
so
and
more cash flow, more deals. It's
right. You got royalty income. You got this big cash payment. You're sitting on a war chest of that most juniors can only dream of. Right. You've made it a reality. Right.
Yeah, that's right. Along the way, we tell the market that these things are going to happen, but they only believe when you start demonstrating these things. But that's now coming to fruition. So
exactly, and that's the reason why. I don't I'm a big trader in junior mining shares, of course, for a long time, 36 years, 37 years as a personal investor, 19 of which as a newsletter writer. But I tell people in my retirement account, there's only two companies I keep out of the junior mining space in my account, and it's EMX Royalty and Ely Gold Royalties.
Oh, wow, that's quite a compliment. Thank you.
I would never put pure exploration plays speculative just in my retirement account like that, but I love playing them otherwise.
But you can gain the exposure through this diversified portfolio like we have that's also balanced with cash flow.
That's it.
And other strategic investments.
So it's safer and your share structure doesn't jump up dramatically so quickly. You can share structure over a long period of time. I mean, I always tell people, look, I met Dave at the New Orleans Gold Show when he first got started. That's how long I've been following the company, right? And he never had a rollback in all that time. That's got 15 years.
Yep.
EMX has been around, what, 15 years?
Yeah, about 15 years. Yeah, that's right. And we still have a relatively tight share structure. And what's nice now with the war chest that you're referring to, plus every year we see incremental growth in our cash flow to the point now where that balances all of our operational requirements. And so we're effectively cash flow neutral at this point, but as the cash flow grows, yeah, our prognosis is great. We don't need to finance. We will not need to finance. I'm a big shareholder in the company. I don't want to see that, but our business model will sustain itself, and we're seeing that now.
Well, on that note, I don't know what more we could say.
Oh, look at the share price over the past year, and look where it's headed.
So I think it's going much higher, and in a good market, this will revalue to a much higher level. So, Eric.
Yeah, thanks, Greg. Yeah.
Glad you were here.
Yeah, cheers.